I'm Jennifer Kaiser, the Program Coordinator for Senior Transerve and Vets Driving Vets. With support from our generous volunteers, we provide no-cost transportation to non-driving seniors and veterans throughout Brevard County. In 2020, we provided 2,348 one-way rides servicing 110 clients. These rides helped our clients receive medical care, go grocery shopping, and attend social events, while giving them a tool to continue to age at home safely and feel less isolated. During the COVID-19 pandemic, we have stepped up to the challenge by facilitating rides for not only testing, but have now begun getting seniors and veterans to their vaccine appointments. It is our goal to continue to provide reliable transportation for our Brevard seniors and veterans throughout 2021. Thank you for your continued encouragement and support.
Good afternoon, and thank you for letting us interview you today. What is your name?
My name is Kathy Metcalf.
Hi, Kathy. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Can you tell us what services at Aging Matters in Brevard you use?
Aging Matters in Brevard gives me the services of transportation to and from doctors, to grocery stores, to any appointments that I have that are necessary for my everyday life.
Awesome, that's wonderful.
And really the appointments to the doctors are essential, especially in this coronavirus time, and the appointments for basic needs.
That's wonderful. Now, what would you have done if you didn't have Aging Matters?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have no idea, because I'm on a very limited income. I get a very limited a check from the Social Security and the Veterans Administration, and I think it meant my survival. I'll tell you the truth. I mean, I really think it meant me, and I just don't know what I'd do without them. I don't know what I'd do without them.
Well, we're glad we can be here for you. I want to ask you one more question. So there is public transportation out there, the bus. Is that too difficult for you to get on?
Yes, I can't. I on the bus. I couldn't get off the bus. I don't know how I get on the bus. You know, I mean, really. And that walker, you know, you have to. I don't know. It would be almost impossible. I didn't do it. Not only help me driving, but they help me get in and out of places. You know, they escort me in and escort me out. The drivers are very essential to my well-being, as far as even getting a doctor today. All the drivers, there's so many over the years, but I can't. It's invaluable how I could have done without them.
Well, we're so glad we're here. We're so glad we can help you. And thank you for allowing us to talk to you today.
You're very welcome. Come back anytime.
We will.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Almazian. I am the Program Director of the Home and Community-Based Services with Aging Matters in Brevard. I oversee all of the in-home services such as home care, case management, home safety modifications, as well as the community services such as our transportation and caregiver support programs. Our main goal at Aging Matters is to help seniors stay in their homes for as long as they're able, and that is what makes our services possible. We have several case managers who help the client develop a care plan that suits the seniors and possibly their caregivers' needs. This could be bathing or grooming, or homemaking, which is light housekeeping such as changing linens or doing laundry. Companion care provides some social support, and respite relief gives the caregiver a break from their responsibilities. This could either be in the home or at a senior daycare facility. In 2020, we helped around 330 clients by providing over 78,000 hours of in-home help and caregiver respite relief. We contract with many different vendors to provide these services, because without the assistance of our community, we would not be able to provide these wonderful services to our seniors. Seniors would be living alone, in isolation, and at risk of skin breakdown, depression, and unsanitary living conditions. We also have safety home modifications, where a group of handymen who are trained and able to install or build many different safety modifications to their seniors' homes. These include the installation of safety grab bars, modified steps, thresholds, or even ramps to help the senior get in and out of their home. In 2020, we performed over 2,000 jobs in the homes of seniors. Consumable medical supplies are something we can offer to the client to help with the out-of-pocket of incontinence supplies or even nutritional supplements. And lastly, we have caregiver support services. These services have played a different role due to the pandemic, but are not any less important. We provide virtual and hopefully in-person training, education, and support groups to many caregivers who could be new at their role and who might be dealing with a different situation than they are used to. They help the caregiver get a better understanding of what it might like to be to care for a loved one in their home. The pandemic made these services extremely important in 2020. Although things seemed to be different around the world around us, we had a job to do. Protective equipment were in very short supply, and we needed them to safely care for our seniors. We relied on community partners to help with donations of gloves, masks, and eye shields, and because of the generosity of others, our clients were still able to get the care they needed. Many of our clients became fearful of getting COVID, so they placed their in-home services on hold. That put an increased risk on the clients becoming socially isolated and even not getting the personal care or shopping they needed. When we started to incorporate telephone reassurance calls to all of our clients to check on them, which also gave the senior someone to talk to as often as they wanted. We also were able to do shopping assistance for those clients who needed to get the food but could not leave their home or were afraid to. We shopped for them and left the supplies at their front door. Even though we didn't serve as many seniors in the home care, we still were able to provide them with the telephone support and the day-to-day necessities to ensure that they were safe in their home. Thank you for your support.
Good morning. We're here to talk about the home and community-based services today. Can you tell me who you are and what your name is?
Good morning, Gloria Martin.
Gloria Martin, nice to meet you. And who's sitting next to you?
My daughter Jill.
Your daughter Jill. So very nice to be with both of you this morning.
Thank you.
So what kind of help does Aging Matters give you?
They give me supplies for incontinence, and they gave me a bedside commode.
Bedside commode. And I know that the incontinence supplies are very expensive. So it helps you to get those every month, correct?
Right.
Yes.
And I also got bars in the bathroom.
Awesome. Yeah.
They're safety bars.
The safety bars, so you
and
don't
they're
slip.
very helpful.
Yes. Yes. Does it make you feel safer in there?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
100%, because it can get slippery in the bathtub.
Right.
For sure. What other kinds of services? Do you also get cleaning services, light housekeeping?
I do. I get a lady comes in on Friday, and she tidies up and cleans and sweeps and does the dishes, makes up my bed.
Oh, that's very nice.
When she leaves, I feel really happy.
You feel really happy? Why does that make you feel happy?
Because everything's in its place.
Everything's in its place.
Yes, and it's
Yes.
nice and neat.
Absolutely. Also, too, you're a busy woman. You're working and trying to take care of your life. How do you feel that somebody comes once a week and spends a little bit of time with her?
Awesome, because when I can't, I know that she has some contact, just, the social contact in itself, and also just that she can't move around as well as she's aging, and that this gal that helps her is able to get and do things that she can't, so it's a relief.
Absolutely. Being a caregiver is one of the hardest jobs ever. And she's your mom, and it adds a whole new emotional thread to it. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
Gloria, we are very proud to offer you the services that we offer you, and we're glad to be here today. Do you have anything you would like to tell the community about Aging Matters?
Aging Matters has been really good to me. The lady that comes in and cleans on Friday is just a real blessing. She comes in and she's very sweet and she's very talkative, and it's a way of unity of community.
Unity of community. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. And that's why we're here, because aging matters and we want to take care of our community. So thank you both for today.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you for continuing to smile.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for all the help.
You're welcome.
Hello, my name is Craig Edmondson Wood, and I'm the Program Director of the Brevard Senior Nutrition Program here at Aging Matters Brevard. The Brevard Senior Nutrition Program is comprised of 3 units: the Brevard Community Kitchen, Seniors at Lunch Congregate Dining, and of course Meals on Wheels. These 3 business units come together to form the safety net on which so many Brevard County seniors rely, helping us to fight senior hunger and social isolation. Seniors at Lunch dining rooms allow clients to attend one of 12 dining rooms to receive a hot, nutritious meal, engage in social activities like bingo, receive nutrition education. This destination for their day is a powerful tool to help them stay active and avoid becoming homebound. In 2020, we provided nearly 90,000 meals through Seniors at Lunch, with the majority of those being picked up in drive-through settings or delivered to their homes due to the pandemic. We look forward to reopening our dining rooms as soon as it is safe to do so. For those clients who are homebound, Meals on Wheels continues to serve as the critical tool to fight hunger and social isolation every day. Our seniors are receiving a nutritious meal accompanied by a little human interaction each day from more than 600 volunteers. But Meals on Wheels also continues to serve as the critical safety check for so many that would otherwise be abandoned and alone. Last year, we provided 267,219 meals. That's over 250,000 meals to Brevard County seniors through Meals on Wheels here at Aging Matters in Brevard. Through the Brevard Community Kitchen, Meals on Wheels, and Seniors at Lunch, our programs provided over 350,000 meals to seniors right here in Brevard County. Thank you for helping us help so many more.
Good morning. We're super excited to be here with you this morning. Can you tell us your name?
Bryce Schreckergast.
So nice to meet you, and we are grateful that you're allowing us to be here with you today. So the reason why we're here is we are talking about Meals on Wheels in Brevard County and what it does to help our community, especially during this crazy pandemic. So I know that you receive a meal 5 days a week, is that correct?
That's correct.
And how does that help you?
Well, I don't have to worry about my next meal.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it is a big one. Because when you get old and decrepit like I am, you get anxious. And so that's taken that away. I wait for the ladies to come at the door, and I'm always glad to see them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome, and I know that being anxious for food is not a fun place to be. So I'm glad that we're able to relieve some of that for you.
Yeah.
Now, with the pandemic happening, has it helped to see somebody once a day? I know your community is very close where you live here, but does it help seeing the driver every day?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like getting company for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't stay very long, but sometimes we have a talk session.
That's right.
I think Hazel works. She's a tall lady, real tall.
Yeah,
She's nice. I like her.
that's awesome.
And we talk about. She's from Michigan, and we talk about the good old days in the back north. And, she's a nice gal. She's the one that got me to call you. So.
Well, we're glad we can be here for you.
Oh, thanks.
Do you have anything to tell Brevard County about Meals on Wheels?
Well, they're very prompt. If I'm not here, and I did cancel, they leave a note. I have to call up and sort of report back to that. They're very good, very prompt, very courteous, and I'm damn glad we got them.
That's good. I think that's the best statement yet we've heard. Yeah. Well, thank you for allowing us to be in your home today and for allowing us to talk to you about this very important program.
Well, I'd ask you to stay for lunch, but I'm a little shy of that.
That's okay. All right, well, thanks for your time today.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning. We're so grateful to be here today. Can you guys tell us your name?
My name is Pat.
Pat. Nice to meet you, Pat. And?
Tom,
Tom. Nice to meet you, Tom.
thank you.
So we're here today to talk about what a crazy year 2020 has been for everybody. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what happened to you last year. So I know that you, Pat, were in the hospital for quite a while. What happened to you?
Well, I didn't think I was sick. And one day we went to the doctor and he said, I'm going to send an ambulance and they will take you to the hospital.
So you were diagnosed with COVID.
Yes, definitely.
And how long were you in the hospital for?
Around 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
And like I said, it was like 4 weeks after she was sick till I saw her. But here she is.
Here she is.
But I don't know what we would have done without the Meals on Wheels. And everybody who delivers is just so great. They are just wonderful, wonderful people.
They're special.
Well, you guys are the reason why we do what we do. And it's really great to see that, and that we were able to come to you all in a time that I'm sure was one of the most scariest times in your life.
Definitely.
And we hope that we provided you comfort during that time.
You do.
If you guys could say anything to Brevard County, why is it important, especially during the pandemic time? Because the pandemic's not going to go away anytime soon. I think we're looking at it for a little while. So why is it important that Brevard County understands why we need services that Aging Matter provides, like Meals on Wheels?
Well, I think, like in my case, where cooking was the last thing from my mind. In fact, I can't remember how I cooked a lot of things now.
Yeah.
So, you know, I needed a lot of help, and I think a lot of the people do. I know there are several other people in this community who get Meals on Wheels, and anybody that I've talked to that gets it is very grateful. I just don't know what else to say.
That's perfect.
Can
Yes,
I make a comment on that?
absolutely.
It's our experience. I was with her many places she worked, and we found out that if the people didn't get Meals on Wheels, they did not eat.
That is
They
correct.
just didn't get the nutrition when they did eat. The older you get, the less you think about things like that. And if it hadn't been for Meals on Wheels, what would these people do? They can't even get out to get food, you know. So many of us don't have anybody here because we came here to retire. Our kids are all up north. Now we have a daughter, Patty's daughter in Melbourne, but you know, she works. We need someone to come and see if we're still alive every day. I
Absolutely.
mean, that's so important.
Absolutely. And that's exactly why we do what we do. So we appreciate you both allowing us to come and interview you on this beautiful day. And that's a wrap.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. God bless you guys.
My name is Tom Camadinner. I am the Senior Director of Operations for Aging Matters in Brevard.
What is the purpose of Brevard Community Kitchen?
The purpose of the Brevard Community Kitchen is to provide nutritious and well-balanced meals for those who need it in Brevard County.
Whom does the kitchen service in Brevard County?
We provide the Meals on Wheels program, the Senior at Lunch program, and also we provide meals to 7 different adult daycares, 2 children's daycares, and we also provide after-school meals in conjunction with Second Harvest.
Why is it important that we continue to serve the needs of our seniors in Brevard?
The pandemic showed us more than ever that there was a need for our services. Prior to the pandemic, we had a waiting list of 300 people. During the pandemic, that increased to more than 400 additional people that needed our services and needed to be fed on a daily basis. Here at the kitchen, we do 1,500 to 1,700 meals per day. That includes our Meals on Wheels program, our Senior at Lunch program. We do 7 adult daycares throughout the county. We do children's daycares, and we also feed summer after-school programs in conjunction with Second Harvest.
What is the daily process of getting meals out, and how many meals go out in a day?
Meal production at the kitchen starts at 5 o'clock in the morning, where we do a process of cooking meals using batch cooking, and we're also doing a cold process where we're doing our cold production. So the culmination of everything is where we're getting everything ready by 9:30 in the morning, where we're doing 1,100 trays or more that have to be out in 1 hour, so we don't wreck our process of getting meals out to the county and getting everything done on time.
How many volunteers work in the kitchen every month?
We have over 15 volunteers at the kitchen. Most of those are with our RSVP program. Now during the pandemic, they have not skipped a beat. We have, actually most of our volunteers are over 75 years old, and they have been with us the entire time. They refuse to quit, as do we.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you this morning?
I'm
today?
doing very well. Thank the good Lord. At least I'm alive.
Yes, we
There
are.
we are. That's a blessing.
All right. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Take care.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So,
Morning.
can you tell us who you are?
I'm Joanne. And I'm Jim.
And you guys volunteer for us on a regular basis at Aging Matters in Brevard, correct?
We do.
How often do you volunteer
Once every 2 weeks doing this route.
doing this route? So once every 2 weeks, and we appreciate it. Volunteers are a big part of our success here at Aging Matters and getting the food delivered. So can you tell me why you volunteer?
Because we can. We are able to do this, and we are able to serve the community, and particularly the seniors that are typically not that much older than we are, and so we have that opportunity, and we're going to do it as long as we can.
That's awesome. And I think it's great that you guys volunteer as a couple. So it's kind of like a date day, right?
Sure. Oh, sure.
A date day. So what's it like when you go to the door and knock on the door of somebody that you're delivering a frozen meal to?
The clients really appreciate it. They almost always say thank you, and they're just friendly and glad to see us.
That's awesome. So, what do you feel like we can do better here in Brevard County for delivering and getting food to our seniors?
Well, it's clear that there's a need, and I'm sure that there are limiting factors that prevent us from serving more people in the community, and obviously that would be the most important thing, is to be able to serve more people. And I guess, how the logistics of doing that, whether it's the number of volunteers that can deliver, or the volunteers in the kitchen, or that sort of thing. So, yeah.
Or the funding.
And the funding, of course, funding.
Yeah, our biggest obstacles are funding and volunteers.
Yep.
We rely solely on our volunteers to deliver, and we have a waiting list, and that waiting list is because we don't have enough volunteers. So volunteers are very important. What's one thing you could say to the community about volunteering for Aging Matters in Brevard?
Well, for me, I went through Leadership Brevard with Bill Hoskinson, and he impressed on us what Meals at Wheels was all about and such, and that's just been a lasting thing for me, and I was looking forward to retire so that I could do this sort of thing.
Well, we appreciate your service and what you do, and we're going to be actually spending the day with you, seeing what you do once a week, correct? You guys volunteer?
Once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks.
Yep.
So we're excited that you're here, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
How did COVID impact the kitchen in 2020?
Well, we had to create new guidelines to ensure the safety of our volunteers, our clients, and our staff. Meals on Wheels actually increased by more than 50% during the peak of COVID. The 600 meals we provided for our drive-through emergency feeding for Second Harvest went on for several months. And in addition, our senior lunch sites closed, so we had to shift gears. And we had to provide them with frozen meal boxes, which provided 2 weeks of frozen meals. So that led us to a new venture, which was getting blast chillers, which allow us to make frozen meals of our own. The noise you hear in the background is actually our 2 new blast chillers, which were actually donated by United Way.
What changes were made to adjust to increase in meals during the pandemic?
The pandemic brought on new challenges. We're used to emergency feeding. We feed the EOC, we feed 2 emergency shelters during hurricanes, we hand out emergency shelf-stable boxes to our seniors, but this brought on new challenges. We weren't able to feed our senior lunch sites with hot meals, so we had to figure different avenues, so we went to frozen boxes, giving them a 2-week supply. That came up with the idea that we need to bring in blast chillers, so we could actually cool down the food properly, cool down our meals. But we still had a need. We needed a larger freezer, which is going to be put in about 2 weeks right behind me. But in order to get that larger freezer, we also needed a new dock. We had to extend out our dock through WJ Construction. They actually gave us a new dock for free. And I'm sitting on the steps that weren't here just 2 weeks ago.
Senior Resource Alliance reached out to Aging Matters in Brevard asking for our assistance during the pandemic with distribution of meals for a program called Meals of Love. This was a state-funded emergency initiative for qualified disabled Floridians like Joan.
Pandemic, the Meals of Love program was brought forward. As the pandemic, it's still happening.
Yeah.
But as resources started to fade, we transitioned you to Meals on Wheels, which is a hot meal.
Right.
You get it 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
How is that helping you?
It's helping me a lot. I usually eat it around 2 o'clock. Yeah. Because they usually come between 11 and 12:30 or something like that. and then I usually eat around 2 because I have to take insulin, so I have to take the insulin, and then after I take the insulin, I have to wait 30 minutes before I can eat. So.
Well, I'm glad that we could bring you hot meals. I know that the pandemic has just changed the way we do things. In fact, I'm here interviewing you in a mask and gloves. But our whole goal at Aging Matters is to make sure that you can continue to be at home and be comfortable at home. Do you feel that you can do that with Meals on Wheels?
Yes, I do. That's why I don't mind sending in a donation because it helps me a lot.
Well, we're thankful for that. We're thankful for that. And we're super grateful that you allowed us to come into your beautiful home.
Thank you.
And we're super grateful that we're able to help you. So thank you for taking your time today and with us, and have a great rest of the day.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much for coming.
With our senior lunch sites being closed due to the pandemic, we set up 9 drive-through locations to hand out frozen meals that contain 10 frozen meals per box.
What would happen if funding went away and we were no longer able to produce meals?
We are more than just a meal. We provide socialization, we end isolation for our seniors, we do emergency checks for our seniors each day. 5 days a week we come in and we make their day, they make our day each day. I don't know what we'd do if we didn't have this program. I know one person in particular that comes to mind is Mrs. James. She calls the kitchen every week to ask what the menu is. She's blind. She can't read the menu, so she calls and asks what the menu is, and she's always so appreciative. I don't always answer the phone. I actually give the phone around to my staff to make sure they have a chance to talk to her, because if you're having a bad day, you want to talk to Miss James. So I don't know what she would do, because to her, it's more than just a meal.